Jerry versus Genadi. Oh boy. And this is definitely gonna be the most controversial match of the entire card. So, if you have not seen the matches yet, this video is gonna contain spoilers. So, if you have not seen all of the matches, you have been warned. First off, Ryan Bowen and versus Coach Ray. I did predict that Ryan Bowen is gonna be winning against Coach Ray 3-1. And although round 2 was a battle, Coach Ray ultimately showed, and he definitely showed up with an overall score of 3-0. Match number 2, Derek Smith versus Revaz. That went as I expected it to be. I thought it was gonna be a whitewash. Although I was rooting for Derek Smith to do something against Revaz, honestly, it was pretty much as I expected it to be, and it was with the overall score of 3-0. Corey Miller versus Daniel Prokopchuk went exactly as I thought it would be. He managed to get a good hit on Daniel Prokopchuk, but Daniel was just allowing him to get into his power and just drain him, and just comfortably drove him down to the pin pad with an overall score of 3-0. Lachlan Adair versus Sandris. It went pretty much as I expected to there as well. Sandris was showing to be just too much for Lachlan there. Although it was he managed to find a sticking spot with Sandris once the hook was applied. But once Sandris was driving a couple of times, Lachlan's arm opened up a lot more, and it was a comfortable win for Sandris with an overall score of 3-0. The next match, probably the hugest upset that I ever seen. Shanshaw versus Zurab Taberitze. I did pick Zurab Taberitze to be winning this match 3-2, and Shanshaw really showed up. This style that Shanshaw was bringing to this match was the necessary puzzle piece for him to be taking this match. The style that Shanshaw is having is the very kryptonite for Zurab Taberitze, and Shanshaw managed to win this match with an overall score of 3-0. The next match was Krasimir versus Irakli, and it went pretty much as I expected there as well. Irakli is on another level. And although Krasimir was able to put the brakes on a little bit on Irakli, the raw horsepower of Irakli was proven to be way too much for Krasimir to handle. And the overall score was 3-0 to Irakli Sirakashvili. Yusuf versus Yerdaulet. That had trouble to picking whoever was gonna win that match, but I think I picked Yusuf to be winning, since I did see how much raw power that he was able to possess. But in this instance, it did look like that he was avoiding the hook at all times against Yerdaulet, since I do believe that Yusuf was damaged in the outer side of the elbow, because he was avoiding the side pressure of all cost. So in this score, Yerdaulet managed to make Yusuf pin himself 3 times in a row, and the overall score was 3-0 to Yerdaulet. Chaffee versus Artyom, one of the highlights of the entire event. From a 2-0 down victory to Dave Chaffee, Artyom also was able to do the impossible and win 3 times in a row. To do that against Dave Chaffee, while being in the strap and in the referee script, that is mega impressive. So Artyom Morozov certainly has become the Terminator. of the super heavyweight division. Also, we can also add in his recent match with Cody Merritt. Although Cody Merritt had a sticking spot against Artyom in the straps, once the round progressed, Artyom went into full cruise control and was comfortably pinning down Cody Merritt with an overall score of 3-0. And he won against Dave Chaffee 3-2, if I did not say that. Egle versus Gabriela. Man, that was a battle. I did pick Gabriela to win for a couple of reasons. She was able to put the brakes on Egle by using her raw arm strength. But once she was able to get the straps, although he was losing her wrist just a little bit, the sheer raw power that she was able to bring against Egle was the factor for her to be winning, and for her to do that against Egle says a lot. And you can also hear in the actual match itself that Egle was saying that this is number one, deal with it. So Gabriela won with the overall score of 3-1 on the left arm and 3-0 on the right arm. Bozhidar versus Davit, definitely one of the best matches of the entire card. Both men just managed to do the match extremely well. But in this instance, David was having a bit more in the tank and was winning this match with an overall score of 3-1. Hutchings versus Evgeny, that went pretty much as I expected it to be, although I honestly thought that Hutchings was gonna do the impossible against Evgeny Prudnik. Evgeny Prudnik played it really smart and did not allow Todd Hutchings to get into his power zone at all, and the overall score of that was 3-0 to Evgeny Prudnik. Oleg versus David Dadikyan. Man, I really hope that Oleg did not damage himself too seriously, because he was in serious discomfort at the very last round. And David Dadikyan is a very aggressive fella, and he was managed to curl Oleg inside 3 times in a row and won with the overall score of 3-0. Jerry versus Genadi. Oh boy. And this is definitely gonna be the most controversial match of the entire card, because the elbow was dancing pretty much all over the place, with Genadi getting a fall, Jerry Cadorette getting a fall. The elbow was dancing pretty much all over the place, but then Jerry Cadorette managed to do the impossible. He was able to pin down Genadi 3 times, and he did that with a score of 3-2. And he is now facing against Ermes Gasparini this November. Now that is gonna be really interesting. And the last match, John versus Kydirgaly. John looked really dominant in the first round, but as Kydirgaly got his timing right with the hit and continuously and furiously attacked the hand and wrist of John Bresenk, he was able to pin John Bresenk 3 times after that. Round 2 and 3 was a battle, and round 4 was a quick flash pin to the pin pad, and the overall score was with a score of 3-1. So this was a amazing card. Oh my god. Engin Terzi, you are the man, the living myth and the living legend. Wow. I am bowing down to you, Engin Terzi. The amount of work that you have been putting into this are amazing. So yeah, what were your favorite part of all of this? Drop it in the comment section down below and leave a like, subscribe, ring the bell for notification. Share this video around because it really helps me a lot. Have a nice day, Yusuf, baby. Keep being awesome. Take care.